respected principal, Reverend Father John Manardara, manager, Reverend Father Augustine K. Matthew, chief guest, Dr. Rajeshwari C., Abhilash Shaibi, President PTA, faculty Max Department, Ms. Mary M.J., and other dignitaries of the dais, and parents and my dear children. It gives me immense joy and pleasure to be here to celebrate your success. I see a lot of familiar faces here because my brother studied here around 10 years back. So for me, coming back to Silver Hills is always coming back, it's always like coming back home because it gives a very good feeling. And when it's to celebrate the victory of these wonderful children, it gives me even more pleasure. So I think the ones that are sitting here and your parents, you must be filled with a myriad of emotions, right? Pride at having coming so far, at your success, and confused and anxious about what the future has in store for you, and eagerness to face the next phase of life, right? I hope and I think most of you have at least decided what the next phase of your life is, not the 10th standard ones, the plus 2 ones. Have you decided what your passion is? And as our beloved manager said, do you know what to choose? Okay, so I just have a few things to tell you as part of my inaugural address. Henceforth, you'll have a lot of choices in your life. Wherever you go, you'll have to take a decision by yourself. All these days, you had your path charted out for you. Your parents decided where you had to study, which subject you chose, how you had to study. All those things, it was all decided for you. You just had to follow the decision taken by your parents. But from today onwards, or from tomorrow onwards, you will have to take the decision. Which subject you have to study, where you have to study, how you have to study, all those things you have to decide. So whenever you choose a path, I would say always take the road less traveled. Because once you move out of you always have two choices, the easy one and the difficult one, right? So every time most of us tend to take the easier path, easier decision, because that's comfortable for us. So what I would ask you is, even though the second choice might be difficult or might be tougher for you to achieve, always go for a difficult choice, because only then you will be able to reach your potential. Let me speak from my personal experience, because I am a BTech graduate and I was working in Infosys. That was a very comfortable zone for me. I was very happy with my BTech and I was getting pretty decent salary. But then then came a junction in my life where I had to decide whether I want to be an IT engineer, whether I want to be a software engineer, or do something for the society. So I was very happy in my comfort zone, but then I decided this is not what I wanted. That's when I pushed myself out my comfort zone, and I had to strive actually to get into civil services. So, but then if I hadn't moved out of my comfort zone, I would still be in a very comfortable position but then that decision has at least taken me here. So if you have it in you, you have it in you to reach great heights. The only thing is whether you decide to choose that path or not. And I personally believe that your comfort and your growth begins out of your comfort zone. Once you come out of your comfort zone, then your actual growth begins. So when a road diverges into two, always go for the road less traveled. Only then you will be able to make a mark in the society. Okay? And second thing, I personally believe that once your learning curve, once you move from a comfort zone, take a tougher decision, take a tough course or take a tough career, whatever, that learning curve becomes steeper. And the steeper your learning curve, the better your career and better your future. And second thing is, let the decisions always be guided by the moral compass in you. Because as I told you earlier, there are easy decisions. Because, for example, when it comes to integrity, there's a reputation and there's integrity. There's a difference between reputation and integrity. Reputation is what other person thinks of you, but integrity is what you think of yourself. And I think that is what the school has done. You see, there are a lot of values that have imbibed along your way. The values that you've learned from your family, values that you've learned from school. There are a lot of things that you've learned from school and family along your way so far. But once you move out into the world, there won't be a family to guide you, because you'll be staying somewhere. Most of us will be staying in a college or which is away from a family. Maybe you'll call your parents once a day or something. But after that, your moral values and your, your integrity should decide where you go. As I told earlier, there is an easy solution. When you are at a critical juncture, when you have to choose between what is right and what is easy, go for the right path. When you face a moral dilemma, the easier one might be easier. But then, when you take a tough decision and stick to your moral values, there you'll have laid another brick to the foundation of your character. So wherever you go, you hold the values close to you. There are lots of values in a life, like compassion, integrity, and lots of other values which make a person, which makes you. So wherever you go, hold those values close to you. Stay close to your family. That bond should always be there. How far you go, how long you go, but then that roots should be held close to the family. That root should be firm. You should always be close to your family and your friends. Because that is what, that will decide how far you will go in life. Even if you face a difficulty in life, that will decide how strong you will stand when a problem occurs. So hold those things close to you. And last but not least, wherever I personally believe that, success is defined by the number of lives you have touched. Because hefty pay packets can be there, handsome salary and, big companies and very fancy job titles. But beyond all those things, the number of lives that you can touch, that defines success. That's what success is for me. It varies from person to person. But at the end of the day, if you can give back something to the society, that is what education is all about. Because, the investment the school has done in you, our number of hours the teachers have spent, your parents, they all are investing for the future of a country. So what you can do back for your country, that depends on the choices you make. So always invest in yourself, always, work for the best, and always try to give back to the society. In however little way you can. You can be an entrepreneur, you can be a doctor, you can be an engineer, you can be a scientist, you can be, whatever profession you choose, you can always give back to society. How you give back depends on that depends on you. So I feel that is what education is all about, and that is what success is all about. So I hope, after a few years, we'll all be able to, celebrate next phase of your success, next success that you can that you'll achieve. And I really, really hope that school can, one day proudly say, she studied here, he studied here. Well, if you reach in a position where, we all can be proud of yourself, that's the biggest thing that you can give back for the school. And that's the, biggest thing that you can give back for your country and for your parents. So I wish all my dear children the best. And congratulations to the winners once again. And have a great future ahead. Thank you.